first thoughts on the car, Dave? What do you think?
I'm speechless, I love it.
It's insane. Yeah. Huge shout out to Lamborghini Vancouver for having us here. Getting like the first look before they unveil it to everybody later this evening and tomorrow. Well, I'll tell you this, in person, this thing's like super cool looking. I mean, compared to seeing it on the internet, it doesn't even do it justice.
Do a walk around.
The facelift is sick. You know what's really funny though? Everybody back in the day would take the facelift from the Performante, or you could say the Superleggera, and they would facelift the car.
Yeah.
You can't do that with this because it's all active aero, which is smart for Lambo because now it's like there's no getting around it. You either own this car or you don't.
Well, guys are still putting wings on it and aero kits on their Huracans, but you can't fade this.
It's
car.
not going to be 750% more downforce.
Right.
I really like the new wheels, although these are different than what a lot of the other ones online were.
They're showing a lot of the center lock.
Yeah. So center lock is not a factory option, like it's not a thing that just comes on it.
Nope. No.
This is what I came to see. Look at that. So they call this forged composite.
Forged composite. Right?
Wow. Wow. Oh man, look at that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Slightly off center, as all Lambo engines are known for. Funny enough, the new rear diffuser, it does look like I gotta give it to Peter at Vorsteiner. Lambo kind of copied you. I'd have to say actually Peter's Novara rear bumper is actually better looking than this. But it's not functional at the same level as this is. But this thing is nuts. Like they've changed everything from like even all of this, because now all of this is got the scoops under here, right?
Yeah, 2 air channels coming in here.
Yeah.
Flaps on the inside, like you said.
Yeah, it's all active.
Yeah. This whole thing's composite, painted.
How funny is it? Yeah, it's not glass. How funny is it that they did this, because I almost painted the supercharger this color, like a bronzy gold.
Do it.
But it was like, no, dude, it was a $2,000 job.
To paint that?
Yeah. I was like, I'm not paying $2 more grand just to have it a different color. I'm cheap that way. Wow. It doesn't even do it justice on the camera, but I'm gonna do my best. This is kind of my vlog camera, so I'm gonna show some of this, and then I'm gonna do like a whole sexy shot thing with the fancy Sony. So, you don't get a special key. They should have made a special key. They should do what like Porsche does and like do this in the same color as the car. It's just a cover.
Yeah.
People would pay for it.
Probably.
918 Raymond, $1,800 to have the 918 key painted white to go with the car.
Wow.
Right?
Not popping. Great. No, this car's in transport mode.
No, I know.
It's still a pre-production model.
Yeah. All right. So we've got the fancy new Alcantara covered door panels, and they've done this forged composite all throughout the car. So you got, I mean, this is the coolest looking door handles ever. Those seats are insane. So really you got seats now that are essentially out of an SV.
That's right.
But wow, look at those. This thing is so sick. Someone much shorter than me was in here. I'm just gonna move that back because I'm gonna sit in it in a sec. And then you got this really cool new design of the silhouette of the car as your initial introduction when you get into the car on the digital display. All right. Shall we climb in? See what these, I love race seats. Wow. A 12-hour rally in these, you would have buns of steel. This thing is special, guys. This thing is special. So, first impressions, typical race seat, very straight up. My back positioning is like, which I like. I like to sit straight up in a car. So I got the key here. We'll turn on the gauge display in a minute and go through some of the features of what the digital functions and how they've changed the way the instrument cluster now looks. They've got this really rad feature that resembles F1 or like a sport bike or something. McLaren's done it, and it's the left to right tachometer instead of the round, more analog look. So let me show you guys some of the cool features in here if you haven't seen it already. The steering wheel, I love. So now, is that Alcantara? It's not suede. So question, the steering wheel is not suede, it's just Alcantara, right?
Alcantara,
which is
leather as well.
Which is smart because the Alcantara wears better than suede. Yeah. So if you guys can see, we've got the 12 o'clock ring stitch here. You got a sport stitch to match all the other green accents. The paddles are now in the forged composite. All of the vents. Do we have? Oh, we do have a little bit of light. I don't know if it's gonna do a whole lot. So, all carbon, door handles. This is all carbon, as you guys can see. Carbon. Very cool. This is interesting. They did like almost like a black chrome, hey, around the
dark chrome package.
Yeah. So this is
bits.
like a black chrome. This is almost like a polished black. Reminds me of like piano black, you know, they call it in like Range Rovers and stuff. It's just like lacquered black.
So there's a lot of mixed materials in here, so it's got a lot of texture.
Yeah, it looks awesome. I mean, these seats are just drop dead gorgeous. Go out the back. All right, let's get to the part we wanted to do, which is flip this up. And we're not gonna put the foot on the brake or start it. You just push it once. And now we have the digital display. All right, so this is the traditional display setup. Let's see if we can get it into something else. Look at this. Ah, there we go. So that's the trick right here. We can go from Strada to Sport to Corsa. So this is like basic, sport, and then race mode, okay? That is how we change the instrument cluster. So I'm actually changing it not by the traditional buttons right here, but they've set it up so you can change it by the little button. So let's go with this right now here. So I'll show you. Boom. How cool is that? I want it just for this. I'll figure out like a hack so that I can get this in my car without buying this. I'll buy one of these eventually. Yeah. I need to buy. So how do I get one?
How do you get one?
Can we bump? Can we, hold on, let's just turn the camera off for this. All right, let's do this. Let's get a good look at all the crazy new venting and stuff.
See 2 channels?
Yeah.
One for exhaust cooling and one to actually blow up into the hollow post of the spoiler.
Right, and then it channels out from the bottom side. We got a lot of other cool cars in here too, like SV. I mean, it's stacked in here for cars. Lots of cars. I owe a huge shout out to Lamborghini Vancouver, Robert, Patrick, Asgard, the owner of the dealership, for having me over for what in my area is the only YouTuber to be able to come and get hands-on with this car before anybody else. Unfortunately, as great of a day as today's been, I have some really bad news. It's super unfortunate, but I have to share this with you guys. I feel like I need to keep my channel authentic. I've always been honest with you guys about what I'm doing with the car or events that I'm attending. And that's just the way it's gotta be, even though this is gonna come at a bit of a cost to myself and Daily Driven Exotics. So I'm gonna quickly hand the camera off to Dave so I can step back and talk to you guys on a serious note about this. I don't even know how to say this. A lot of you guys have come out to different various events, and that's how we've met. That was our first initial interaction, and I love all my fans, and I thank you so much for your subscriptions. Unfortunately, I've recently been banned to one of the largest events in North America, GoldRush Rally. I will fully explain what I've been told about why I've been banned, why I'm not allowed to attend the rally, why I'm not allowed to attend their other smaller events such as Fuel Run. It's pretty upsetting actually. So why don't I pull up a chair and we'll get to the nitty-gritty of it. GoldRush Rally and rallying has pretty much been like a childhood dream of mine since I got to the point where I knew my goal was to really work really hard and build it up so that I could buy my first supercar. I got my first supercar and I went down to Southern California, which is like one of the meccas of supercar land in all of North America, and I attended my first rally, which was Italian Stampede back in 2012. And I met a bunch of amazing people, and I was instantly hooked to the rally life. And I wanted to escalate that to bigger and better rallies. And ultimately in North America, GoldRush Rally was the biggest. I attended my first GoldRush Rally 2 seasons ago, and I took the Ferrari Scuderia, and I took my beautiful and amazing wife, Natasha. And so we did half the rally, and we regretted not doing the whole rally. So the next season, GoldRush Rally 8, I wanted to escalate the experience. And so I went out on the hunt to build the ultimate supercar for Daily Driven Exotics and to participate on behalf of Daily Driven Exotics in GoldRush Rally 8. Long story short, I built the 458. It was amazing. I attended Fuel Run just recently, Midnight Run, from LA to Las Vegas. And on that event, unfortunately, I got the opportunity to do donuts in a Rolls Royce. I'd never driven a Rolls Royce before. And we did donuts in the Rolls Royce and shot a video really quick in the parking lot of the drag racing strip. A few other people did donuts as well. Unfortunately, I took the brunt end of the no-no of doing donuts in a parking lot on another event. And also, I flew a drone at the track, which was a no-no, to get some really cool aerial shots for a friend of mine. Some other people flew drones too, but that's neither here nor there. But I got in major trouble for flying a drone and also doing donuts in the event parking lot, which we weren't supposed to do. I also was speaking in what I thought was confidence to a friend who is another rally driver, and I was saying how much I'd like to do GoldRush Rally, but it's too expensive. I don't think it's worth it. And honestly, I didn't think it was worth it, and it was a ridiculous amount of money for me to spend personally on a route. This year's route is the West Coast between Canada. So most of the route is from LA up to Seattle and then a few cities over like Spokane, Washington, and then over down back towards Las Vegas. I've been to all of these locations so many times. In fact, as you guys know, I've vlogged and I've driven most of the time my car that's on the West Coast from Canada down to LA 7 times last year. So I've driven basically this year's GoldRush Rally route 7 times last year. So I couldn't justify the $16,000 returning participant fee to do GoldRush Rally this year. And unfortunately, I said that in a text, and that text got screenshot, a portion of it, I think a little bit of it got taken out of context, and it got sent to, unfortunately, one of the event organizers, the owner of GoldRush Rally, and he was pretty upset about that, and rightfully so. Nobody wants negative feedback about their business. In short, that text, my donuts, my drone flying, basically my disobedience has gotten me banned, and I will not be participating on any GoldRush Rally event. You know, I'm not on super bad terms with anybody as far as I know, as far as what they've said to me. There's no bad mouthing. I still love GoldRush Rally. I think if you wanted to try one of the most exclusive luxury rallies in the world, and you're planning to do it anywhere here in North America, you should definitely give GoldRush Rally a try. It is a blast. I want to thank Ramin and Amy and the team for putting GoldRush Rally on. I've made so many good friends. I'm very grateful for all the people that I've met on GoldRush Rally. And I'm just going to end it with, I'm really going to miss you guys. And I hope I see you guys around at other events. And a lot of you who are daily driven exotics to the core, keep on hitting the streets. Have a great time this year. And thanks for watching my channel. I'm hoping to get one of these things. Let's lighten up the mood. I think I'm going to buy a Performante. Maybe we'll even sign the paperwork today. But for now, GoldRush Rally for me is out. That's it.